2024 is very crucial for China, also for the world. China's development is not only for China, for Chinese people, also contribute to global growth.
Mr. Zhu, thank you for joining us today to share your insights on the world economy and some key issues in the Chinese economy's development. Will you please start with some sharing?
We recognize the development anytime is most important. Chinese economy keeps as sustainable development is a benefit for Chinese people, also benefit to the whole world. We are contribution to new increased amount of global economy many years already 1/3. So generally 30% contribution to the global increased amount of GDP. So now 2024 is very crucial for China, also for the world.
Speaking of this, how do you rate China's efforts to promote the dialogue and cooperation between different countries, including that between China and the U.S.?
I mean, that's a very important issue, and now we face this challenge of geopolitical tensions, and the major economy, I said, that's particularly China-U.S., less communication, and there's no trust. That's very dangerous for our two countries' people's real communication, and also there's a negative impact to economic development. I think that the U.S. takes some sanctions to Chinese enterprise and also some way blame Chinese economic development. We think that China's development is not only for China, for Chinese people, also contribute to global growth. Now, we should have this reality, and China-U.S. have this common goal to deal with this challenge of climate change. And we have this common goal to realize UN development goals. And we must work together in the real implement of multilateralism rather than unilateralism. That's a real challenge for us. I think that people in the world also expect China-U.S. come back to the normal communication, and through the communication, dialogue, negotiation to enhance the understanding each other, also enhance the basic trust. That's very important.
There are some people said that because it's the presidential election year for the U.S., and as the election approaches, some people, some politicians in the U.S., they may take even harder line on China. What's your view on this?
U.S. some people think China development too quick, too fast. Chinese economy is too large now. It's a threat to the U.S. interest. Firstly, I must say that's totally wrong. Secondly, I hope that our U.S. colleagues should be real calm down and to see that's what's the reality. China is a peaceful, lovely country. We hope that peacefully coexist in the world. So that's 5 principles China in 1950s just asked and highly respected by the whole world. And U.S. now is still #1 economy in the world with this technology advance and also capital market. That's U.S. advantage. No matter country how powerful, that must have this real respect other.
What's your view on the U.S. accusations of China's so-called overcapacity?
I think that's wrong criticize, and indeed, if we say fact, U.S. now is the largest subsidy used country. 2022 August, U.S. passed these 2 very important acts. One is the Chips and Science Act. Another one is the Inflation Reduction Act. And for Chips and Science Act, that's total amount $280 billion. Among them, $52 billion used for subsidies to the company investment in U.S. for advanced chip factories. However, put this condition is if you got the subsidy from U.S. government for your investment, you must stop any investment in China with 10 years, even no expansion in your existing factories. I think that's totally unreasonable industry policy and also very large amount subsidy. Inflation Reduction Act, that's total amount is $740 billion. Among them, $430 billion used for the support, namely called support for green-related industries, including the vehicles.
And China's fast development in the EV sector has made great contribution to the world's transition towards green development. What China should do to further promote the development of this sector?
China, I think that's 2020 September UN Assembly. President Xi made this commitment. China will try our best to, before 2030, to reach the carbon emission peak, and before 2060 to realize carbon emission neutrality. That's China's extreme effort for the global interest. Of course, that's firstly for Chinese interest. We want to build up beautiful China. We must do our effort to improve environment. To compare with the global case, and the US is 43, Japan is 37, China is only 30 years. It's extremely hard work we must do.